Hello my darlings, welcome to this reading where we're going to be taking a look at the tower energy that you're finding yourselves in at this particular moment. So if everything is falling apart, relationships, your life, your career, your sense of self, stay and watch to find out why and what blessings are coming afterwards. Yeah, can't rain forever. But I know right now it's difficult, I know right now it's heartbreaking, I know right now it's incredibly scary, but choose your option. Let's dig deep into it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the light at the end of the tunnel. I wanted to say the light of the tunnel. Well, maybe there is going to be light in the tunnel, not at the end of it. Anyways, choose your option. See which one you're mostly drawn to. It could be one, two, or maybe all three of them. Listen to your intuition. Yes, you still have it. And let's go ahead and get started. My lovely option number one. Hi and welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out louder in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. And of course, I'm going to do a little bit of an energy check-in. You guys seem to enjoy it, so I'm going to carry on doing it. All right, tell me about you. So obviously, you're going through that tower moment. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this. Okay, so when it comes to you, they're telling me that you might be seen by others at this particular moment as somebody who is insignificant. You have actually a lot more knowledge than a lot of people do. However, for whatever reason, it feels like people view you as less than. And this could be due to the environment, this could be due to a lot of things. You're also feeling quite restricted right now when it comes to money, when it comes to being able to appreciate your value fully, and you don't get appreciated over here. There's definitely an energy where your thoughts and your ideas and your, I want to say your opinion, your peace of mind isn't appreciated over here. There's an indication of somebody who's being incredibly harsh to you. And you wish that you could really step into those softer, for females, more feminine energies. And for males, I think it's more the energy of compassion and understanding and a little bit support, or a little bit of more of support rather than criticism. They're telling me that your thinking is muddled right now. There's no clarity, there's no, and usually you're somebody who likes clarity. Like for you, it's very important to feel grounded, to feel, and you're very smart, but it's like somebody is almost like gaslighting you to make you think that you're wrong, or that you didn't understand it the way it was meant. And you feel like the beggar, yeah? Like you give, and what you get back is like, even in conversations, the response, it's like you can come up with a whole paragraph and you can say a lot of things that are deep and meaningful. And the other person just goes, okay, or I don't know. And you're like, what the hell? Did I really just put that much effort into somebody who can't meet me even halfway, not even 10%? So if that sounds like you, my darlings, keep on watching. If that sounds like you, just wait and see. So I want to talk to your soul. I want to talk to your spiritual team. I want to see what is the reason for that tower moment. Maybe which aspect of your life mostly? Like, look at this. They literally came through over here with this particular card. You're calling, my darlings. Oh my days. Look at this. You literally got the Phoenix card. You literally got the Phoenix card. Do you see the Phoenix over here? Empower, uplift, elevate. This is definitely your Phoenix moment. This is definitely the time for you to feel your power. They're telling me that your power is going to come through unreleased anger. It's going to be controlled. It's going to be something that's been living within you for a very long time, that's been accumulating within you for a very long time. But through that anger, through that rage, through that energy of just saying, you know what, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm going to tell you this. Your spiritual team is coming through and saying it's time to burn bridges. It's time to burn connections. It's time to get out of that energy of feeling like the Page of Pentacles, like the student, the little one, the one that doesn't know. It's time to get out of that energy. It's time to get out of the restrictions. You feel so restricted. And even as I'm doing that, look, oh my God, amazing. Look at this. They're literally saying walking away from the Page of Pentacles energy. And my heart goes out to you, my darlings, because I feel that rage for you as well, when it's just like, enough is enough. Like, how much longer can I take this mistreatment? And it's time for your Phoenix energy. It's time for you to really realize how strong you are, how powerful you are. Yeah, it's time for you to hear your dreams. You see, here for a very long time, they're saying that you might have thought that your dreams are going to stay just that, dreams, because nobody gave them value, nobody gave them, like, you were looking for outside validation from people who were never going to give you any. And now you're like, you know what? F you. I don't need that validation from somebody else. You will find the strength to find that validation, to go and live your best life, to live your dream life. Whatever your dream is, guys, honestly, it could be so different for all of you. But it's really about the heart's true desires, truest desires. Truest. And even if society doesn't agree with it, your parents wouldn't agree with it, your friends wouldn't agree with it, but it's your truest desire. It's the only way, the only place that you can feel happy. And through that empowerment, they're telling me will come a lot of losses. So it's this energy of, I want to almost say, not only the Phoenix energy, but the dragon energy. The dragon, they just breathe this fire, and everything burns. But you finally get that rage out that's been building within you for years, that's been destroying you from within from years and years and years, that you try to suppress, that you try to ignore. But they're saying no, it's time for you to find your true happiness through that energy. New path, guide, and renewal. So this is quite interesting, because on the soul level, what I'm seeing is that you're going to get new guides. You're going to get, I don't know if we can say that, not even more powerful guides, no. It's more about the guides that are more suitable for that new stage of your life. And they're telling me that you're going to go in different directions. So let me see which direction you're going to go into. And what areas of your life are going to be affected the most. Again, look at this. They're saying like it's about fears. It's about limitations. It's funny. They're saying like a lot of directions that you could go into, you're not even seeing right now. Because the eyes are tied, the swords are here. You feel like, it's, I'm going to maybe say something harsh right now, but you've been waiting for a hero, maybe somebody to rescue you, somebody to give you permission to be who you are. Somebody's, again, acceptance, validation. It's a very subconscious thing, but here I keep hearing that phrase, you need a hero, look in the mirror. There is your hero, right? So it's about getting rid of people and thoughts who act as those swords, who act as that blindfold, and about breaking free. And thinking, oh my God, guys, honestly, there's this energy of influence thinking. This is what they keep on saying. It's like there's somebody within your surroundings. And for some of you, I'm seeing it's social media of some sort. Sometimes when people are upset, they write those really upset comments, and there's loads of them. And it's like upset people attract upset people, and you get this idea that's the reality. That's how people think. That's and they're saying no. It's just when you look in a place where there's a lot of negativity, and more negativity comes from it, it's very hard to see the positivity. Because people that don't think that way, they're not even going to comment. They're not even going to be there. They're not even going to be attracted to that post or that whatever. Do you see what I mean? So it's about having had that reinforcement, that negative reinforcement, over and over and over again, that puts you into that cage. Okay. And look at this. I'm talking about the cage, and they're literally showing me you like in prison. Today, the cards are very talkative. Only because they want you to get out of this. And they're saying that, oh my God, the devil, codependent relationships. Darlings, the reason why you feel so bad right now, the reason why you might be going through this horrible, horrible pain and feeling like nothing is going to work out, is because a lot of things have accumulated, and a lot of like you reached your boiling point. Your inner phoenix is saying, okay, I need to be reborn now. Now is the time. Now's the time. Set me free. Set me free. There's so much about freedom. They're like, set me free. Set me the hell free. Let me show you what I can do. Let me show you how free you can be. Let me show you the different life that you could live. It's beautiful. So getting out of codependent relationships, getting out of constantly being in an environment where a particular negative reality is reinforced, and getting into your power. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energies coming through very strongly. Capricorn, Pisces. I'm not going to dwell too much on the signs, because you could be any sign. But what they're showing me is that you're going to go into that fire energy, into the energy of passion, into the energy of desire, into the energy of confidence, into the energy of claiming your throne. So my kings and queens out there, you are going to claim your throne. And this is going to radically change your life. Radically. Because here I'm seeing, again, you guys have very, very different desires. Some of you want a family, you want to settle down. Some of you want a business. Some of you want popularity. Some of you just want your independence and everybody to piss off. You want to live in a cabin somewhere, collect mushrooms, and talk to the squirrels. This is your dream, and this is what you're going to get. This is like being unapologetically you, and getting out of constantly somebody telling you all the time that something is wrong with you, that you need to have this fixed, or you need to behave that way, or you need to behave that way. And a lot of you, you're going to find love in that energy. Love for yourself, first and foremost. And through that love for yourself, first and foremost, you're going to tell people that are not vibing with you, that are not good for you. You're going to tell them to piss off, because a lot of us were conditioned to think that we attracted a particular person, so there must be something wrong with us, because if you're good, you wouldn't attract somebody bad. Well, that's just a bunch of bullshit, because you can attract a lot of people. The question is whether you tolerate them. The question is whether you stick with them. The question is whether you connect with your trauma, or you connect with your strength and your core, and you say, this is not for me. I'm not going to try and heal you. I'm not going to try to explain myself. This is not for me. And you walk away, and you stick with the people that match your energy. And this is so much about you guys understanding that, and realizing that, and loving yourself, and unlocking your charm and charisma and confidence, and really being in tune with the life that you want to live, not the life that somebody else wanted you to live. So this is your Phoenix moment. This is your beautiful energy of rising up. I wish you all the best, my darlings. Let me know down in the comments if that reading resonated. Show me some love by subscribing, by adding a comment, by giving me a thumbs up. If you guys are up for a personal reading where we take a look at your situation specifically, the information is in the description for this reading, and do check my Patreon page out. And guys, take care now. Bye. Our lovely option number 2. And welcome to your reading, guys. I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. Okay. Before we begin, I do want to do a little bit of an energy check-in. And I do need to calm down a little bit after option number 1. It was very intense. So we're taking a look at your Tower moment, why it's here, what blessings are coming through, why it's all going to be worth it. Because I feel for you, you're kind of, there's this energy of, I want to say, not seeing sense in anything. Not seeing sense in anything. The thing is, you're trying to heal a broken heart over here. You're looking for closeness. There's a deep, deep wound. You guys could be Gemini. You guys could be Sagittarius. There's a strong connection of Gemini and Sagittarius. So this could be you and your person. Also Leo and Libra coming through, Virgo and Scorpio. And what I'm seeing over here, 3 major arcanas. And you have a broken heart. And my deepest sympathies over here, because I see that your inner child is very upset at this particular moment. Very upset at this particular moment. I'm seeing a lot of rejection trauma. Rejection, when you try to get close to somebody, when you try to really open up, you see one of your biggest desires is to love and be loved, is to be accepted, is to find safety within a relationship, is to find compassion, is to find the depth. And because for you, I feel like, you do have that maybe romantic and naive side to you, but you are somebody who sees the meaning of life in people, in connections, in love, in memories, in children. For you, it's not so much about the material aspect, although right now you might be leaning more towards it. But here, it's the question of the heart. Some of you, you want children, you want a family over here. But I feel a very strong rejection trauma, a rejection trauma with your partner, with your parents, and feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're misunderstood, feeling like you had to shape and mold yourself and adapt to a lot of people, feeling like you lost a connection to who you truly are because you had to change so often for others that it made you lose your identity. And after all of this, you're saying, no matter how much I changed, I still wasn't enough for people, because it's this energy when you're reaching out to somebody and you might be clinging on to somebody and they are just, no. But at the same time, a lot of those people, they didn't let you go completely. They kept you at a distance, and I'm hearing a lot of breadcrumbing that's happening. And you're like, why? Lots of you might have been in a third-party situation over here, but this also shows me that, when there's a friendship and there's like 3 people in a friendship, you are the odd one out for whatever reason, and you thought like there's a very big desire for your energy, for your soul family, for your tribe. You have a beautiful, beautiful heart. Beautiful heart. You're also somebody who, once you feel that support, you're unstoppable. You get very inspired when the right people are next to you. Like you feel like you can do everything. And you have so much sweetness within you that right now might be covered by indifference or having to go into the persona where you maybe tend to push people away. They're also telling me that you're somebody who's well versed in lots of things, you have a very wide range of interests. You are quite good, a fast learner, traveled a lot, and the potential over here is fantastic. The potential over here is fantastic, but they're saying you need to get back to yourself. So let's talk to your spiritual team. Let's talk to your soul. Why this Tower moment is happening at this particular moment. And I want to just say, I want to give you a big hug, because again, they're saying like the heart is broken from loneliness, from rejection, from, some of you might even be in a relationship, or you might be in a marriage, but it doesn't feed you. It doesn't feed you. It doesn't feed your heart or your soul. The thing is, you have been asking your spiritual team for guidance. You have been asking for a sign. And the thing is, now they're kind of coming through and they're saying, listen, this is your guidance. This is your sign. And I'm sorry, like we're sorry that it's maybe tougher than what you would like it to be. But they're saying it's time to change. It's time to change. The thing is, you, my lovely option number 2, you have a lot of magical energy within you. And I don't mean magic woohoo. I mean you being able to manifest a lot of things. You being able to be the guide for someone. One of the reasons is that when you go through your journey, you're going to be able to help others. So this could be through a podcast. This could be through just helping out a friend. This could be, in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be grand. Some of you will want to write a book about it at one point or another that's going to help other people. And you might already be doing this. You might already be doing energy cleanses. You might already be working with people as a tarot reader, as somebody who is a therapist of some sort. But the thing is, they're telling me that you forgot your own magic. Because you've been trying to shapeshift so much. You forgot your own magic. And you're sitting here right now. They keep on showing me this woman. She who aches. And it could be he who aches, yeah? Sadness, solitude, silent, and withdrawal. So you withdrew, and they're saying that in that energy of withdrawal, you don't get any new information. You don't get any new ideas of who you are. And it's almost like they're showing me... Oh, hold on a second. Excuse me. Ooh. And they're showing me that it's like you've isolated yourself emotionally. And as a coping mechanism, you put a big, fat, 3-headed dragon in front of your fortress to protect you from those who are going to hurt you again. But the thing is, about fortresses and big fences, they don't let anybody in, but they're also not letting you out. Yeah, look at this. Literally, here's the doorway, and you've got your back to it. And they're saying, she who hesitates, ponder, delay, confidence. So issues with self-confidence, issues with acceptance. And so this tower moment is so much about you, my darlings, reconnecting with your true self. It's about choosing those who choose you. And they're saying again, this is something that you have to work on through facing your trauma, through the realization that you are worthy of things, that you are, there's a reason for everything happening. And it leads you into abundance. It leads you into a fertile soul. So interestingly enough, when we're talking about not fitting in, I do see for quite a lot of you that you're going to move to a different location, that things falling apart right now, things not working out right now. Your spiritual team is guiding you towards a particular place that's going to be a beautiful place for your future garden. Yeah, where you can grow confidence, where you can grow love, where you can grow compassion, and nobody's going to come and stomp on them. Where you can grow your beautiful roses when it's about your sensuality and sexuality. When you can grow beautiful, daisies. It's about, that energy of being alive and simplicity and lightheartedness. And you can grow loads and loads of things. You know, you can even grow your cactuses if you want. You can grow potatoes, tomatoes, whatnot. But you see what I mean? You being transferred to a place where you can grow and you can reconnect with you. Because the Empress, she does not chase. Funny, I'm talking about the garden. Look at this. Again, they're saying you're not seeing at this particular moment the offer, the place, the location, the environment. Because you have this energy where anywhere you go, you don't fit in, that you're going to be rejected, that you will have to again shapeshift into something else and lose your identity even more. And it's horrible when you don't know who you are. Because this is your internal compass. And right now, this tower moment is happening to you so that you guys, you stop trying to plant roses in the desert where they can't grow. They can't grow there. That's certain things they can't grow in certain soils. The soil needs to be fertile. And it's not about you being a bad gardener. It's not. It's about the soil. And it's about putting your effort into something that's actually going to give you rewards rather than just take away your time. And it has a lot to do with the right people, with the right connections, yeah, and finding your soul family and settling down and having children if you want children, you know? So this is about you claiming yourself and saying, this is me. And I will find the right person for me. And that whole energy of people pleasing, of shape shifting, of lowering your standards, of ignoring huge red flags in people, huge red flags. I always say in my readings, you know, we can all be strong, but sometimes we don't have to be strong. We don't have to choose to be strong. We can choose where we can be happy. And you, my darlings, option number 2, like your spiritual team is saying, enough. We want you to go where you can really do your gardening. I don't know, what is it with gardening? Maybe you guys love gardening. So your blessings over here are different location. Your blessings over here are uncovering your magic with the energy of the magician, of trying out different things. And again, for whatever reason, they're calling you a leader. They're calling you, for some of you, a prophet. I don't know why that came through. They're calling you a visionary. They're calling you extraordinary. Because when you're going to start putting the pieces of yourself together, you're going to realize that you're much more complex and you have a lot more to offer than people were giving you credit, than you thought. And again, if you have something to do with magic, if you have something to do with spirituality, this is your calling. Your calling. You find your calling. I want to say, get back up from the dead and you go into the energy of the newness. Yeah, again, we're talking about defenses. We're talking about not letting somebody in. And you go in the direction that's unknown. And now it's not going to scare you. It's going to excite you. It's going to be an adventure. And it doesn't matter how old you are. This is another important thing that they're saying, that, you know, you can be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. It is never too late to go on your own path, because even 10 years, even 5 years spent living your best life is worth it. It's better than spending 60, 80 years trying to fit in and experiencing the pain of not being able to do it every second of every minute of every day. And take away that energy of being unlovable. Take away that energy of not knowing who you are. You know, you just forgot. And in the right place, in the right environment, you will remember. And you're going to have to meet yourself all over again. And some things you will like, some things you won't like. But at least you'll be honest and true, and then you can work on the things that you don't really like. By first and foremost accepting them and loving those parts of yourself and seeing why they're there. Maybe you're going to leave them. Maybe you will want to change them. but it's going to be you. And then the people and the surroundings are going to be about you. Some of you, again, you're like, I don't know what I'm meant to do in this life. I don't know what I'm meant to, like how I want to react. You're reconnecting. You're gathering your power. You're cutting the cords. You're calling your power back to you. And your spiritual team is going to help you a lot. A lot. And I want to say, for those of you who thought that you're never going to get married, you're never going to find the right person, no. You will. You really will. And the thing is, you're going to start thinking differently, like I said, after you reconnect with yourself. Because right now, again, this idea of thinking that you're not going to find somebody else, this is a coping mechanism. This is a shield that you're putting around yourself so that you don't get hurt again, that you don't get rejected again. Because if you don't try, if you don't put yourself out there, that energy of rejection doesn't come. Because you're the first to reject, you're the first to protect your heart, to protect your soul. But what if the next person coming through isn't coming in to hurt you? What if they're coming in to love you? Something to think about. Alright, my lovely option number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading that resonated. Show me some love by liking, sharing, subscribing. Let me know down in the comments if that resonated. If you're up for a personal read, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading, so make sure to check it out. And of course, do check my Patreon page out. Over 200 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. Alright guys, take care now. My lovely option number 3, and welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy as I'm shuffling the cards so your name out loud in your head. That's to better connect to the energy of the reading. Right at the beginning, I do want to do a little bit of an energy check-in so we can tap into your tower energy, what is going on, and so you guys can make sure you chose the right pile, yeah? Alright, let's see what's up. Okay, this particular time, I feel like you are thinking that the universe is creating roadblock after roadblock after roadblock in a lot of aspects of your life. They're telling me that there's a lot of loneliness over here, that you might have had a very difficult conversation with your spiritual team on the subject of, what the hell? Where are you guys leading me to? Are you supposed to be guiding me, or are you just enjoying the drama? Are you just like laughing at me over there and with popcorn, watching me fall and stumble over and over again? I like it because you do have, even though, things are very shitty at this particular moment, you do still have that sense of humor, that maybe turned into sarcasm. Overall, you're quite witty, you're somebody who could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're telling me at this particular time that a lot of things that you envisioned, that you wanted to achieve by a certain age, didn't come through, didn't come in, and they keep on saying like a lot of things that you're like, it's unfair, like I'm a good person, why is this crap happening to me over here? And here's your tower moment, a very big crush to your self-esteem, a very big crush to they're telling me a relationship might have ended, a very important, significant relationship might have ended over here. So a lot of things that you kind of planned and envisioned and hoped and manifested, everything fell apart. Also, they're telling me for a lot of you, you might have took a chance on some sort of endeavor when we're talking about money. Maybe your business is failing. Some of you wanted to leave. You saw the future. They're telling me you saw your future differently. They're showing me you as a very strong person, but you're just fed up with being strong all the time. You're like, Lord, I'm not your strongest soldier. Can you like stop sending me those transformations? Yeah, look at this, the energy of death. I don't want to dramatize over here, but it feels like you guys are literally questioning, whether it's all worth it. And that transformation is taking a very long time, isn't it? just when you thought things are going to get better, things got worse. You might be lacking friends. There's an indication, of lacking somebody who's very close, whom you can just kind of talk to. You have a lot of love to give, but it's kind of like you're giving it to the wrong people. I keep hearing misunderstood. Very restricted at this particular moment. You might be in a place that's very restrictive. Feeling like you can't get out of this situation. Not sleeping properly, nightmares, maybe like waking up with your heart pounding like crazy, feeling very hopeless. And still, at the same time, they're telling me that you are somebody who's incredibly strong, that people look at you and say, my God, I don't know how you lived through all of that. I don't know how you survived through all of that. And you're like, I don't want to be strong. I want to be happy. I'm fed up of having to be strong. Like, how many more battles? How many more transformations? How many more... you're like, I don't even know how I'm like living. I'm lost for words. This is what they keep on saying. Like, I'm lost for words. This is what you're telling yourself. And the thing is, you're very talented. You're very, very talented. They're also telling me that you might have had a crush on somebody who was a movie star or, I don't know, a pop star. There's something about like having had a big crush. Okay. And here they're telling me, this is quite interesting. They're telling me that you're very attractive physically, but somebody broke that understanding of your attractiveness, of your desirability, and you're really questioning it. Like you're not getting the feedback. But you're very desirable, but for whatever reason, they're telling me it's like your understanding of your own seductiveness, desirability is broken at this particular moment. So maybe you're in a relationship where there's no physical intimacy, or you don't get the feedback that you usually get or that you wanted to get. Yeah, they're telling me that a lot of things came crumbling down over here. And once more, this could be, a relationship because of a very toxic relationship where the person was projecting their things onto you, their insecurities, their inability to do something. All right, let me see what fell. Yeah. Might be in some sort of conflict with somebody younger. Okay. If that sounds like you, keep on watching. Now I'm going to talk to your spiritual team. I'm going to talk to your soul. I'm going to get to the bottom of why this tower moment is happening. They're showing me a wounded lion or a wounded lioness. And you're like, why should I even carry on? She questions, you question a lot of things. You question a lot of things about yourself. You keep questioning yourself. So, maybe some gaslighting that was happening over here. You outgrew a lot of things. You've become much more mature. But it makes you feel lonely for whatever reason. I'm getting a lot of trauma bond over here. You've become more mature. You've changed. You have a different kind of energy that not a lot of people can understand. A lot of you withdrew emotionally. Right now you're hurting badly. And I'm keep hearing cold. Like just this energy of being cold. So this is what they're saying. She who loved once, fragile, secret love, and rejection. Very similar to one of the other two options. Can't remember which one it was now. But you see, the reason why this is happening to you, and you might roll your eyes at me right now and kind of do the whole thing, and that's okay. But the reason for that, my darlings, is very much about learning to take care of you. Now, it's about the heart, it's about the soul, it's about the love for yourself. The thing that I mentioned about your sensuality, desirability, somebody choosing you is very important. They're saying you've put too much emphasis on those things. Where if you're not chosen based on what you look like or your status, it destroys you. And they're saying that this is something that needs to be healed. This is something that needs to be mended. Because you allow those situations, those people, to take such big chunks out of your self-esteem, out of your understanding of who you are. You're looking too much for that validation. And it's interesting, again, the lioness. Strong people are intimidating. Beautiful people are intimidating. Successful people are intimidating to some people. And those some people, instead of looking at themselves and seeing what's triggering them, they will want to destroy this. To destroy your confidence, to make you feel that you're not attractive, that you're not seductive, that you're not this, that you're not that. They're telling me you outgrew a lot of people and a lot of situations. And when people saw that, they didn't like it. So what's the best way to make somebody come down to that level? Is to bring them down by making them question themselves, by making them criticize themselves. The thing is, they're saying you think it's all about you. That there's something wrong with you. That there's something that you don't have in order to be loved, desired, promoted, respected, but it's not. And you have been in that energy for such a long time, that energy of rejection. Rejection is one of our biggest fears, because rejection, when we're little, rejection means that you can't survive. Because you are dependent on your parents, you're dependent on your caregivers, so you kind of have to abide by certain rules. And if, in olden times, if you're rejected from the village, you're not, most probably not going to survive. And it's something that stuck with us, because this energy of rejection, instead of realizing that we are being rejected, not because we are unworthy, but because the other person can't deal with our energy, can't deal with us. And we take it personally. And they're saying like this whole tower moment that's happening to you is for you to realize that it's not so much about you. And it's not that you've become undesirable. You might have become undesirable for somebody else, for their own reasons. Just because somebody doesn't see your charm or your beauty doesn't mean that you've become less beautiful or less charming. Maybe they feel that they're not good enough for you. Maybe they're afraid that if they're going to be with you, they will have to constantly be jealous and compete and prove themselves. Maybe the boss that isn't promoting you is feeling that you're going to overtake them. That their position of power is going to be questioned. Maybe that parent that doesn't accept you doesn't want to feel the pain of realization that you are grown and you now know more than they do. So that tower moment that is happening is about that. So let me see the blessings that are going to come through. We went deep on that one, didn't we? My lovely option number 3. I was about to start singing. I was like, no, okay. We're not here to do that. But anyways, let's see the blessings that are going to come through. Okay, well, I want to say sensuality, sexuality, desirability, reinvented. So you're coming back to that energy of feeling desired, of feeling good, of feeling beautiful, of feeling successful. But it's a new type of thing. Yeah? Because now you're not going to pay attention to those who don't notice it or reject it. Now you're going to pay attention to those who do notice it. And you are going to be attracted, and you're going to, when you come to the mirror and you look good and you're like, damn, I'm feeling myself. I definitely, hit that. All of those things. It comes from a different place. Do you see what I mean? And then those who reject you, it doesn't take the chunk out of you. It doesn't make you feel like there's something wrong with you. So, here your desire, your energy of seductiveness, your improved physical intimacy energy is definitely coming back. Okay. You replace self-criticizing with love. All of that energy of you being your harshest judge. Now comes love. Honestly, guys, it feels like this has so much to do with your relationships. This has so much to do with choosing the people who choose you. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to have, because they're showing me a relationship with oh my God, mind, body, and soul connection. Relationship with somebody who will not want to bring you down. As a matter of fact, they're going to lift you up. Okay. A better future. Changes in plans. Better connection to your spiritual team. It's interesting. They're saying reconnecting with your spiritual team. Kind of everything making sense in your head. You're like, okay, now I see why it was like this. Now I see why the roadblock, why rejection was God's protection. Because then you're going to see a lot of people that you wanted to be with, or a lot of people you were seeking, whose approval you were seeking. You're going to see how their life turns out, and you're like, damn, thank God I'm not there anymore. Like, thank God I'm not associating with them anymore. Because you're going to see their own pain that goes into that energy of toxicity. And you're like, sayonara, I'm doing something else. I'm doing something better. Literally, they're saying your money, when we're talking about the 9 of Pentacles, and your love life. There's an indication of you being happy, of you being fulfilled, of you being with the people who give you that positive feedback, who give you constructive criticism, because none of us are perfect. But it's done in such a beautiful and loving way. It's definitely worth that energy of that tower that's happening. So it's not hopeless whatsoever. My lovely option number 3. Nobody is eating popcorn while they're watching you struggle. They're actually rooting for you and saying, you got this. You got this. So soon you won't have to be strong anymore. You'll choose to be happy. I think that's the right choice. All right, my lovely option number 3. Let me know down in the comments below if this reading resonated. If you're up for a personal one, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below. Show me some love by liking, sharing, subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And of course, if you're looking for more exclusive content, additional discounts, and other extras, do check my Patreon page out. All right, guys, take care.